Hi, Eldo here. Welcome to the mastery session. This mastery session is all about communication, because if you are unable to communicate what's in your mind, there is no point in making it to the finish line. So I think this is an important topic for students, because what's in the mind is unable to get reproduced in some students. And in order to avoid this, you should start the process of communication. Here in this mastery session, I'm going to decode some of the important tips that can help you as a student to be a great communicator. And communication game is all in the mind. What's in your mind comes through words. Majority of the students are not able to speak because they are of the fear that whether they will be getting laughed off, whether they will be failed at a particular situation. And believe me, it's like communication is to born without fear. When you start communicating what's in your mind, you're avoiding the fearfulness within you. You're avoiding the level of negativity that's surrounding you, because what's in your mind, it's actually getting transferred. When you transfer the information, it's a rewiring of the brain that's actually been done. With that, coming to the first important tip that can help you to make your communication stronger is that the word called listen. When you start listening what is being shared, you get fed with information where you are not looking back anymore, where you're not feeling that you are being lost. On the other hand, you are feeling that you are getting to the finish lines. You are feeling that you are enriching your life for the future. You are feeling that you are made for the future. And it is one of the innate qualities that needs to be practiced. When you start listening, you are absorbing the information so that it gives you all the script for what you wanted to produce. The people who always do the one-way communication as if like speaking and not hearing, they are making the loose talks. The first and foremost quality that a student needs to have to become a greater communicator is that to start the process of listening. When you are listening to the class, the information is getting stored in you. That information can make you a leader in the future. For example, the Pythagoras theorem, when I was a student, I learned that hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus altitude square. Even in my talks right now, I am using Pythagoras theorem. Why am I so? Because more than memorizing it, I heard it many number of times from the teachers who taught me. And that is how the process of listening should be adapted. That is how you are getting molded to the higher levels of energy. You are envisioning what is there for the future. You are seeing the brighter things of your future. With that, coming to the second important tip on how you as a student can be a great communicator is the word called respect. When you start respecting others' time, when you start respecting others' space, when you start respecting others' thoughts, you are actually growing in your journey as a great communicator. For example, if you are a second speaker or third speaker, you should first acknowledge the first and second speaker. Even though if you have an objection with a particular thought, you should make it as like, thank you for the great opinions, but I disagree with some of the points that have been mentioned, so that it enables the other speaker to hear from you as if like you are respecting their space. When you start respecting each and everyone's space, you start evolving in the journey. You start producing more in the journey, because when you see other spaces as a private one, you start formulating your own boundaries where you feel that you are getting to the higher zones of energy. You feel that you are elevating your levels of energy to the greater zones, where you as a student get to know what are the things that you need to do for the future. You as a student get to know what are the things that needs to be done in the present. And that is how a great communicator has been born. When you start respecting the space, you start respecting your own things at a higher pace. You start respecting doing your own priorities at a higher pace, where you start having your own progress day by day. With that, coming to the third important tip on how you as a student can be a great communicator is that being clear. Yes, be clear in your communication. Majority of the students speak only 20% or 30%, and less percentage is getting wasted with the communication gap. It shouldn't happen. What all things that you are communicating, it should be very clear enough for the second person to receive it up, to conceive it up. And once the communication gets clear, you start making it to the point-to-point communication, where you feel that you are communicating the greater thoughts in a brief manner, where you are actually saving a lot of time as well as energy, where you feel that a greater communication has made you into the higher levels of success, where as a student you feel the sense of maturity within you, you feel the sense of happiness within you, where you feel that you are getting elevated to the higher zones without thinking twice. With that, coming to the last important tip that can help you as a student to be a great communicator is that to let go of the issues. Majority of the people are making a backtrack in the communication only because that they are unable to speak up the truth. Start speaking up the truth and never let other inner voices stop you. When you start speaking clearly and when you start speaking it in a very congruent manner, you feel that you are with the higher energy. You feel that you are moving in the higher zones within a very short span of time. Thereby, you yourself eliminate the negativities around you. You yourself create an environment that is helping you to grow. You yourself are making it to the higher zones where you feel that you are making it to the higher ladders of success every day. On the other hand, you feel that you are improving each day in and day out. So these are the tips that can help you as a student to be a great communicator. And I'm here to make the conclusion that if you're not a great communicator, you are making your life as an average one. So start start the process of communication, because majority of the students wait for the final moment where I can speak everything without any fumbling and humbling. And believe me, this sort of stubble box always appears. When you practice it more number of times, you get rid of it. You get it better at it. You get to fine tune it, and you move about for the future. And that is how great communicators are being born. And make your legacy through the word of communication, so that everything under will follow. Wishing you the best for your future endeavors as a student. And if you like this particular video, just press the like button, and I will subscribe to my channel. Just subscribe it. See you on the next episode. This is Eldo Varghese signing off. Bye bye.